It's been a couple years since I've made a video on the YouTubes. Last time I did that, I crashed the car. So, we're working on it. Last time you saw this car, and by you I mean the one guy that actually saw my last video, crashed the front end of it at Showtime. We've since actually gotten redemption and drifted this car at Showtime. Only got a little bit of damage from the last time we went there, and that was this spot right here. So we're finally working on getting this car dialed. I got a ton of damage from Driven Luck Circuit, but it was like the best time of my life. Need to replace this door here. Already did some work on the other side, I'll show you. Got a fresh door for this side. After that got caved in at Driven Luck Circuit, was able to restore most of this rocker panel, have some new rear overs that will cover most of the damage on the other side there. I got a brand new carbon hood that's hiding behind my pile of hoods back there. New bumpers, I just need to get it done. Trying to get the rear bumper on, I think, first, and then straightening out the quarter panel and door area over here. And then after that, we're gonna come back to this area right here and try to button up this last bit that doesn't line up because it's just a little bit messed up still. So I decided to get started on this by attacking the rear bumper. I got a new bracket for that left side, and I ended up deciding to remove the taillights just so that way I could make sure that the clips went into these brackets that go under the taillights. I'm not exactly sure why I decided to do the bumper right now, but I know it'll help when I line up the rear over fenders. And it's just a quick win. So I got that buttoned up. Next, I started moving on to filling in these holes I created with the stud welder gun I was using to pull some of these dents. I'm gonna be honest, that didn't work very well, and for the lower part I decided to use the weld-on tabs with a winch that I'll show later in the video. For the upper part, I don't know why I was just like really opposed to cutting out more of that metal. Thinking about it now, I'm absolutely gonna go back, probably in the next video if I make one, and just chop a lot more of that metal out, pretty much up to the window line, right where I need to mount the rear over fenders. And I'll probably be able to pull a lot of it with just like a pair of pliers and have to do way less Bondo. I started doing some of the Bondo work there, and I'm just gonna have to put a lot for the overs to match up that line better. And the chassis is gone anyways. Let me just cut more metal. Trying to get this door to line up wasn't working out well. And I realized later I should have just put a new door on it from the get-go, and you'll see that next. Off camera, I took off the old door and was trying to get this one out of the corner of my garage since I just had them sitting there. I was able to toss the old ones, and I realized with this new one it lined up way better. You'll see in a second. Okay, so it's been a couple days because I'm lazy and it's been raining a lot, but so we got a brand new door on. You saw a little bit of that. I started to fill this in, and you can tell that I still don't know how to do Bondo. It's mostly going to be covered by the over. Started pulling out a lot of this, got a lot of that, the holes filled in. I really would like this line to be better, but it's not significant enough for me to spend more time on it because I would like things to move along a little bit faster. And then down here as well, filled holes. It just ended up still being too sunk in for what I would like. So I welded up the 3 tabs I had made from fixing the other side rocker panel. They feel pretty strong. My welding skills are not the greatest, as we've established before. That's been kind of waiting for me to do it, and finally it is nice enough outside to attempt it. So I gotta put the hitch on the truck, park the truck goofy, move the car outside. Hopefully we can make it a little bit prettier. So as I went to start the car, I realized that the battery was dead. I think I had left the trunk open and the jump starter just wasn't doing it. So I just backed up the car real quick, got the truck lined up and jump started it, moved it back into the garage so it could idle while I begin what I call the phase of pissing off my neighbors and lowering property values around me. So got the truck parked crooked and lined up the dent with the rear truck hitch so I can use this winch as I'm about to show you. Okay, so we got, like I said, these tabs welded up. We're using this marine winch that actually hooks up to the tow hitch. I've actually used this winch to get cars onto U-Haul trailers using a D-ring to connect this to the U-Haul trailer. So, pro tip, and it can even be powered off of like a jump starter, as long as it can provide 12-volt constant. But I just got the wires run into the battery that I had to jump because the car died. So we're gonna get going on this. So like I said, I got the D-ring here. I'm gonna pull at the bottom first. I don't know, I don't really have like a functional thought process on this. We're kind of winging it here. I didn't get exactly the line that I'm looking for, and I just don't think that it's going to pull out anymore. Most of what I'm pulling on is flexing out the metal out here, but the actual like crease right there is staying the same. I think I'm honestly just going to call it. I just wanted to try this before I proceeded with more Bondo. Oops, still getting the hang of this gimbal thing. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it. It definitely came out some as it is, not as ideal as I would have liked, but I think once the over goes on, it'll kind of fill in that gap. Good enough. Just barely started to create a hole right there, so hopefully I won't have too much more welding to do after I cut these off. Alright, I'm gonna clean up this cluster. Okay, so update. We got the car back in the garage before it pours, which is a common theme lately, and it's why I've been putting this off. The good news is that we did not crack any of the Bondo. I was kind of worried about that. After I put this down, I was like, ah, shoot, I forgot to do that first. This seems to be fine, so I can start sanding this down and start layering on top of it. Is that correct? No. Do I care? Also no. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to start that right now. I might do a side project. I'll figure it out. I gotta see what I'm feeling like. I'm already dying because it's 100 million degrees outside. And that's how it works. That's why I work on it for like 20 minutes at a time. But, pretty happy that we got that done. Now I can keep going.